这里是社交光谱，我是莱特。如果说词汇是语言的血肉，那么节奏和情绪就是它的心跳。牛逼的人呢，能够让观众随着他的声音起伏，随着他的情绪跌宕，不是说靠着这种华丽的词藻去堆砌的，而是对于语言本身的驾驭。即使没有任何的修饰牛逼的人也能让人欲罢不能。就像一首无伴奏的说唱，凭借节奏的魔力就能够引爆全场。仅仅是用了我很无聊这句话，但是语音、语调、表达形式，它的能量场就不一样。当然这并非是一蹴而就的，这需要我们克服对语言的既有记忆，跳出思维的一种定式，去感受语句背后的韵律和能量。那么怎么做呢？怎么锻炼出来呢？接下来我们开始蓝图解码 2.0 的重铸蓝图之旅。
So say that, pop up here. I'm gonna get you to try it. Okay. So first we'll do it without merging into it, okay? So it's more from the head. Look at the difference. Like when I go to speak from my head, which is how most of you are speaking, it's actually like physical violence against myself. That's how much it sucks what most of us are doing in this room. So I'm gonna try to go back in my head and do it, okay? So stand here. Okay, I'll try to go back in my head to do it. Hey, okay, sorry, it's so horrible being in the headspace that we're conditioned into that I hate it so much that I don't even want to do it, but I'll do it. Okay. Well, what I'll do to try to do it is I'm going to actually try to, give me a minute. We're getting a great video of this event. Okay, you're okay. Stop stroking it. You don't want to stroke it, okay? You're not going to stroke it. Okay, so what we have, the odd shot is fine, but it can't be like just like the whole event. Like, okay. So, okay, I love the enthusiasm. So, from the head, I'm gonna go back into the mode how most people are thinking. Like, what do I look? I'm being judged right now, right? Like you're all thinking I suck, and then I've got to show you that I'm good. It's so hard for me to even think like that. I can't. So crazy. It's like an insane trance that most of society's in. But okay, so yeah, I really don't care what anyone thinks. I'm sorry, I just don't. Okay, I'm gonna try. Okay, so I'll try to say like some self-qualifying stuff, maybe that'll help me. Okay, like I'm super rich. I got a big one too, a big one. It's really impressive. I'm such a stud. Even then I find that funny, but okay. I'm just a rich stud with a big long one. Okay, I'm trying to think how like most guys would like want to look. Okay, I've got like a cool house. I've got a big fat house. And I got fans. I'm super cool. Okay. I'm trying to think like super awesome. Okay, I'm trying to think how people think. Okay, so I can normally do it. It's weird. I'm kind of locked in right now. Okay, I got to go in my head. Okay, I got to get out of my body. I got to go in my head. It doesn't feel good because I don't like it. I need the audience to think I'm cool. I'm not good enough. I don't know if I'm going to be a good example. I just want to do a good example for the audience. Can you see me going like 20% in my head? Can you feel it or no? I want to show you energy. Okay. I need this. I want to show. So I'm trying to think how you might feel now. I don't know how you feel now, but how you may feel. Okay, you look pretty good actually. But okay, so like when I'm up in front, maybe you could call me up and I could show you how most of you guys look. Like say like command me to come up and like, yeah. Okay, I'll be like, I hope I don't get picked. I'll be like, here, come up here and show me, Owen.
You, come up here.
Okay.
Now see how he's looking down on the ground when he came up? That's not good.
Okay, so, like, say you tell me, like scream A, like yell as loud as you can.
Just louder.
That's loud, right?
Louder like this. Sit down.
Write role reversal in the text, by the way, John, when you write that. I'm going to do a couple IG stories. Put role reversal so people understand what it is. Otherwise, that's not a good look. Okay, so, I got a big cock, right? Like, yeah. So, okay, so when you go in the head, you'll see it, even if I'm not doing the best job, because I'm not thinking right now. It's hard for me to re-engage that hamster, but I'll try to caffeinate that thinking hamster at some point. And essentially what's going to happen is you're going to see it like, you're going to see the person in their head, and there's very little power behind it. It takes away the power from what you're saying. It makes them very uncompelling, okay? So from the head, just be like, merge in the word. Say it from your head.
Merge.
Okay, you don't need to do it like even quiet. Just do how you normally do, but from your head.
Merge.
You can go louder, though. I'm sure you're not that quiet in your regular life.
Merge.
Is that how quiet you are in regular life?
Yeah, actually.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's vicious.
That's why
What do you do for work?
I'm a administrative assistant.
Okay, so that's there. How much do you make a year doing that?
I'm making minimum wage right now.
Okay, so see, when I look at you, like what's funny, like I'm like I saw how cool he looked a minute ago, and I'm not saying that you get paid to be cool, but let's also be honest, having great social skills and being able to represent yourself in a certain way, I mean, frankly, just look at the presidential debate. It's not just going to be the person with the best ideas, right? It's going to be somebody, they're going to get voted in by the way they're communicating in large part. Because frankly, they can't even talk that much about ideas in a presidential debate because they've got to talk more in platitudes, and in certain cases, they got to kind of appeal to a base. I understand that's how it is, but it's interesting. So, give me that. Is it, okay, how much percent is he in his head versus his body right now? I'd say he's 80% in his head, 20% in the body. Okay, show me again. Okay, now what I want you to do, go merge. Merge. Let it resonate in your body. I'm not mic'd right now, by the way. I mean, I'm mic'd to my camera, but not to a speaker, I think. I don't think I am. Okay, maybe I am. There's been like 2-3 times in my career, I'm like, I don't even have speakers right now. The people in the back are like, right, because the speakers on, I didn't even know. I'm like, look at me, listen to me. A couple times. Usually no. So, okay. Okay, so you see his inner siphoning? Now, by the way, what we're going to get into later, this is the craziest part, maybe the craziest element of this event. What you're seeing there is a physical manifestation of his ability to be creative. When he's thinking of that $1 million idea, it's the aborted fetus $1 million idea, just like how it's the aborted fetus vocal projection. What's up? Like that there, the way in which I'm being expressive is completely congruent to the degree of intensity, focus, and liberty and freedom in my mind with creating ideas. My ability to create new content, new business ideas is exactly like what you see here with my speaking. And the reason why is because this is not a technique. This is like a state of mind in effect, okay? It's a state of mind. Now, what I'm going to say to you is that you are so much more creative than you realize. Here's what I mean. When you think of the dreams that you have, how creative are your dreams?
Insane.
How creative?
Very creative.
How creative?
Bizarre. Like,
Give some examples. I can give an example. I mean, some of my dreams are pretty mundane, like it's just like regular life. Maybe different than regular life, but relatively the same. But some of the dreams that I've had, you ever see the movie Avatar by James Cameron? That's like a 5% version or even 1% version of the scope of my imagination. Okay, like I've had dreams where I'm seeing like I'm in some kind of like Norwegian fjord with like castles everywhere, with like Brazilian jungle combined with like the different patterns that I'm seeing, or it's just outrageous, the things I'm seeing. If I could just draw some of this stuff, I could make the craziest movie or the craziest art or something like that, right? And the plot lines that'll happen in my dreams and the differences in perspectives, the way things merge and change, the creativity is just unbelievable what the mind can come up with. Now, if I can come up with that in my dream, and if you can come up with that in your dream, you know, maybe you're not dreaming about castles in a fjord, but you'd have your own version of what you're dreaming about that's just completely wild and free. What does that mean? That creativity is in you and has been robbed from you through your interaction with the low vibration energy society in which you live. I know this because it was robbed from me. And now I see a lot of that same creativity from my dreams now is in me. And I can go use that to create things, including money or to meet somebody or to get a date. But in addition to that, I can use it to create much more profound things. And the speed at which I create, it's blinding. I mean, other people are around it, they're jaw dropped. But what am I doing? You know why they're jaw dropped? Because they're creating from the control muscle. From the control muscle, you're not gonna, like, if I was to be that blinding quick from control, that would be crazy. But I'm doing it from release. So of course it's gonna be outrageous. That's your issue there. When you go, hey, that there, I'm in release. See, it's like if you're taking a crap, you're trying to take a crap by clenching your butthole, and then you're trying to push it out. So of course, if a little spaghetti thing shot out, that would be normal, right? But if you just like that, it's just like, okay? So when I'm public speaking, like, you're working harder to speak than I am. I'm working the least hard of anybody here in my speaking. I'm doing the least. Also, in my social skills, going out, meeting people, getting a date, I'm working the least. I'm the least nervous. I care the least. I'm the most indifferent. I'm doing the least as far as effort, and yet to the outside world, it's like, this guy's so funny. How's he come up with it? This guy's hilarious. Oh, now he's making out with her too? This is crazy. You know, but like in my mind, it's just like, I'm doing nothing. You guys are trying way hard. Like, I'm looking at you guys, I'm like, you're trying so hard. Like, that's so cute. It's like what you're doing is you're tying chains to the ground and trying to fly. You're like, I'm gonna get it, and you put the chains there. You put the chains there. So you've got to undo it. So when you, hey, that power, which somebody at home seeing that in the video, they're not gonna fully feel that, right? I remember seeing Anthony Robbins speak up close, and when he would walk by me, I would just feel raw electricity coming off him, right? And it was a very surreal experience having Anthony Robbins just sitting there up in my face talking to me, and it's like something out of a weird dream. It's so bizarre meeting somebody who's in release, because we're not used to seeing that in our society, right? We're not accustomed to seeing someone who is not thinking, they're expressing freely, they're not filtering themselves, there's a creativity that's there. They're not accustomed to that, right? Like, you were at dinner with me the other night. Now, I'm not talking to you, coming up to you like this. No, I was probably sitting there staring at my fucking phone. I was exhausted. But, you know, but it's like, okay, so there's a difference that's there. Now, I see that, and I think, how are they doing this? Like, why is he, like, what level is this guy on? What's he doing? I don't get it. I don't get it. How do you make that happen? How do you make the electricity? Where does that electricity come from? Why is it that when he speaks, I can feel little pulses in my body? And those little pulses is what's holding the attention. That's what's captivating. You can feel it in the body, even if you're bored. 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 I could hold your attention for 5 hours just saying, even if you're bored. Even if you're bored. Even if you're bored. Are you bored? Even if you're bored. Even if you're bored. You know, you've got to have the perfect thing to say to hold attention. You better have a great line to hold somebody's attention. You better have an incredible line. An incredible line. You better have a perfect thing to say. You better know the right technique. You better have that script written out. You know, all the best people have a script, you know. They've got a great script, the best, most captivating people, because you got to do what works. So you take what works and you repeat it, you get the same result. It's like a science experiment. It's like science. It's a science. It's a science. It's a science. Even if you're bored. Even if you're bored, it's a science. Do you understand? Even if you were bored, it's a science. It's a science. It's a science, okay? It's a science. It's a science, okay? Science, okay? It's a science. Even if you're bored, it's a science. You've got to have the perfect thing to say. You could never hold somebody's attention. You've got to control everything, okay? To get the precious, okay? You've got to control. Even if you're bored, you've got to control everything like what I'm doing right now. I'm controlling everything. I'm really thinking hard about this. I'm really trying hard. I'm trying so hard to hold your attention right now. It's so difficult. I'm losing energy from this. It's so difficult. Can't you see my energy going down? My energy is going down. Because when you have to control everything, your energy goes down. And you've got to control everything, right? Don't you have to control every little thing? If you don't control every little thing, it's not going to work. You're never going to hold the attention. I'm never going to get your attention. I'm never going to get your attention. I've got to have every word picked perfectly. If I don't say something so profound, I'm never going to hold your attention. I have no idea how I'd hold your attention for many hours without the perfect thing to say. I don't know what I'd do. I might lose your attention. You might walk out of here. You'd have something better to do. You start looking at your phone. You start craving to look at your phone right now. So I have to have everything scripted. I mean, in the last 10 minutes, I made about 4 entire sentences for 10 minutes. But they're pretty good 4 sentences, right? Huh? What? Yeah, right. So you better have a system, right? Okay, and I can do this all day. And by the way, if I do this all day, I will have more energy by the end of it than at the start. Why? Because I'm in a release. Most people are in a suppressed consciousness state. They're trying to control everything. And for that reason, they're running out of energy and they can't compete. Once you understand this, you will steamroll those people. Not only will you steamroll them, but you will give them as much regard as in a steamrolling over a bug, okay? Like they're like, you better not mess with me, I'm a big bug, right? And you're like, dur, 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 and it just steamrolls over the bug. You won't even know it exists. The bug thinks that you're paying attention. It's like, it's trying to get me, I'm a big bug, yeah. You're like, you didn't even see the bug and just steamrolled it. You didn't even have the gas down. You're just laying back, it's just crushing everything. But the funny thing is, when you steamroll the bug, do you even care? No, you're just chilling, driving around the steamroller. You're not even gonna care. That other person who competed against you in business, you were their whole world. Just like that steamroller was the whole world to the bug. To you, it's a bug. You didn't even know what you're doing. I can't tell you how many times people come to me from my industry and they're like, you guys are like the big boys. We watch everything you do. And I'm like, you know what my reality is? I'm like, like, I'm not thinking about this. I'm just like, oh, I'm like, so, okay. So understand you have control muscles and release muscles. And when you release, you merge into the word. Merge into it. And what will happen is, as you're speaking, you're going to feel little pulses of electricity. And as you're doing it, boom, ba-boom, ba-boom, you're putting, okay? You're putting it in the other person, do you understand? Okay? You're gonna feel it. I remember I'd see this, right? Really high-level stand-up comedians have this too, like Bill Burr, Joe Rogan. I've seen them live. It's electric, okay? These people are master craftsmen in front of a crowd. I mean, the stand-up comedians too, like it's on another level. They're really in the wrong industry, because if they move to self-help, they'd make so much cash. But they're like, oh, I'll make my $200 on stage at the Laugh Factory. It's like, cool. But, okay, that's mean, but totally true. So, okay, so some of them can do a Netflix special, get wealthy from it, right? But they're world-class speakers, many of them, in a niche that doesn't pay a ton. It's a commoditized niche for entertainment. We tend to pay low for entertainment. We pay higher to fix bigger problems. So that being the case, what you have, some of them get super rich off it though too. So what you have here is an understanding. Let go, merge in the word. Let's do some exercise. Now, I've set the bar a little bit off the wall here for you, so you're probably not feeling too good right now. But the way you got to be thinking about this is, rather than looking at what I did here, don't go in competition with me. Don't do it. Don't do it. You've got to be in a collaborative frame, okay? So I'll have you walk around here for a moment, and what I'd like you to do is just try to work the crowd saying you're going to get bored or things like that. Just show me roughly what that would look like, okay? We could even put a little mic on. So just show me roughly, or maybe the next person if not him. So hop down. Now, it's okay to goof it up. Don't be afraid to goof it up. And just hold on this thing. And the cool thing is, if you goof it up, we're just going to work on it. It'll be super cool when you work on it anyway. It doesn't have to be to the whole crowd either, though. So, okay, yeah, you're good, bro. So basically what you have is you're do like some version, but your own version of what I did, and play with it, and then I'll give you feedback and I'll guide you, okay? Okay. How's the projection? He's speaking from the head or the body? Okay, keep going.
If I keep talking like this, you're gonna get bored, right? You're gonna get bored, right? If I keep talking like this, I keep saying the same thing, you're gonna get bored.
Imagine listening to this for 4 days. Okay? Okay. He's in his head. He cares. He cares.
You're gonna get bored, man. I tell you, if I keep talking like this, the same thing over and over, you're gonna get bored. You're gonna get bored. You're gonna get bored. Keep saying the same thing. I keep saying the same thing. Are you bored? You're gonna get bored. If I keep saying all this, all the same thing, all the same shit.
Try change it now. Here's a few things to change. Try changing. You remember the exercise we did before where you change the variation in cadence or delivery style? Try that.
You're gonna get bored. If I keep talking like this, you're gonna get bored. Are you bored? You're gonna get
Okay,
bored.
press pause. Now already, even though he's not close to where he needs to be, was that easier to watch than a second ago?
Yeah.
Okay, he needs a lot of work, but it's easier. Okay, keep doing what you're doing. You're getting warmer.
You're gonna get bored. If I keep talking like this, you're gonna get bored.
Good. Now, by the way, pause. Now, as you're going to come up with different cadence, if you try to memorize the cadence, it's not going to come to you. There's too many to remember. Like, okay, the singing one, the quiet one, this one, right? It's too many. So it's like a millipede walking. If the millipede starts thinking, it's going to trip on itself. You're not going to get this from control. At this level that we're going to get you to this weekend, you can't fix it from the mind. You're not going to get there. You're not going to get there. So the only way you will is when you let go. You've got to just let it come to you. And one of the next exercises will be how to let it come to you. So let it come to you, okay? By the way, as you're seeing me speaking and I'm showing you these different methods, are you seeing more now what I'm doing and how I'm doing it? Yeah. Like I'm most of what I'm speaking at this point is just so you can see me doing it as I isolate the different aspects, okay? So I'm not just speaking just to speak at this point. Okay, keep adding that aspect. Keep playing with it. You're doing great.
You're gonna get bored.
Louder though, louder, way louder.
You're gonna get bored. You're going to get bored. You're going to get bored.
Okay, pause. Now go. Go louder. 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 You guys do it with him. Stop. Okay, now do it again. Do it with him. You. Harder, brother. All with them. All out, loud as you can. Can you see the self-stifling? Yeah. Okay, he's afraid he's going to mate. That's why he's doing that. There's a mating fear. A lot of this is there's a sexual background to it. There's a mating fear. He's afraid that he might mate with the alpha male's partner and that he could be killed. It's a human caveman mechanism. By the way, that caveman mechanism also stops you from getting rich. Do you know that? Wow. You're afraid that if you get rich, you'd have a problem, okay? There's people that are so afraid to stand out, they don't learn to read. You show them a book, even though they're smart, they're like, no, they don't want to learn to read. Okay, because they're afraid if they learn to read, they get smarter, and if they got smarter, they'd be killed. It's a deep fear. That's at one of the lower levels that you could be in. Okay, loud again. Okay, you're still, okay, show me as loud as you could as if it was gonna, your relative was gonna die if you didn't get loud. Okay, now at that loudness, do the thing where you were doing. No, as loud as you can, do the same, proceed to do what you were doing before. You're gonna get bored, all that. Proceed to do that at the loudest as you can.
Okay. If I keep talking like this, you're gonna get bored.
You're not as loud.
You're definitely gonna get bored if I keep
louder.
Talking like this. You know, if I keep talking like this, you're gonna get bored. That's nothing you can do about it. You're gonna get bored if I keep talking like this. It's only natural, you know? So
more variation now.
If I keep talking like this, you're going to get bored. You know? So, if I keep talking like this, you're going to get bored.
More variation. More power.
If I keep talking like this,
go as crazy as you can. Go all out like a rock star, crazy.
You're going to get bored if I keep talking like this. So why would I keep talking like this if you're going to get bored?
Mm-hmm. Getting better. Yeah. Getting warmer. I like it. Okay. Now, so by the way, in dating, if I'm standing beside, you know, a quote competitor, a competing guy, talking to somebody, if I have more energy and the things I'm showing you coming out of me, I'm the one who's most likely to get attraction. This is why, even if I'm not 6'2", I can compete against someone who's 6'2", easily, very easily, very, very easily. And you will see this consistently. Notice how you felt energetically if I'm speaking versus as a newer speaker, how you feel energetically, the draw. There's a word for that. You've heard it before. It's called attraction. Attraction is not just opposite sex. It's also anything that you're just attracted to, right? Or same sex, or whatever. It's not just the sexual orientation. It's what you're attracted to energetically. So a lot of the time in dating, we think that we have to get attraction physically or sexually, but it can also be an energetic attraction, which later is parlayed into physical intimacy, okay? It can move to that. So I'm gonna walk with you and do it with you a little bit, just to warm you up a little bit further, okay? I'll just repeat, you're gonna get bored again and again, okay? You're gonna, do it with me. You're gonna get bored.
Going to get bored.
You're gonna get bored. Say it with me. Say it with me. You are gonna get
bored.
Okay. So what am I doing there? I'm gonna sync them up, okay? Work with me here, okay? You gotta come, okay? Okay, got it?
Yeah.
Wake up. Say wake up.
Wake up.
Okay, wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
You're not gonna get bored.
You're not gonna get bored.
Okay? So I wanna move him to I wanna sync him up to my energy level, okay? You're not gonna get bored.
You're not gonna get
Now
bored.
what I need you to do is merge into the word. Say it with me. Merge into the word. So you're used to speaking from the head. How does it feel when you do that?
Good.
Okay. What's different about it in the feeling?
I don't have to think.
Okay, great. Merge into the word. Okay, say that now.
Merge.
See, you self-stifled. Feel how it feels when I give you the permission, and then don't self-stifle. Get the feel for it in your body. Don't think. When I stop, you'll start thinking. Go. Great, see? So let me sync you, but then feel the feeling and then maintain it when I stop, okay? Okay, the challenge. Now, when I stop, do you feel yourself getting nervous for a split second?
A bit.
Okay, do you, yes or no?
No, not really.
Okay, so it's called social awareness. I could see he wasn't telling the truth. Okay, so, okay, but that's a good thing at this point. Go. Okay, good, good. Okay, give me a hand for that. Okay, I have a seat. So, okay, so, I can grab it. Thanks. So, do this with me. Merge. Into the word. Go. Okay. Now, when we draw it out, it's a bit easier. With staccato, you'll feel yourself coming in and out of your head. What's up? How are you? How are you? How are you doing? How are you doing? What's up? What's up? How you doing? What's going on? What are you gonna do? How's it gonna go? What's gonna happen? How are we doing? Okay? So you can still, so you'll notice when you draw it out, it's a little bit easier to merge into it. But when it's staccato, it's harder. So just keep yourself outside. Say, out of your head. In my body. In my body. In my body. In my body. Okay, so get in your group and practice speaking from that paradigm right there, okay? Right there. Merge in the word. Merge in the word. You're gonna get bored. You're gonna get bored. You're not gonna get bored. You won't get bored. Used to getting out of your head and merging the word, that creates what's called electricity. Say that with me, electricity. Okay, hop up. Let's do it right now, okay?
我们需要全身心的投入对语言的驾驭，关键是要学会融入语言，摆脱思绪的困扰，达到一种近乎忘我的一种状态。首先，我们要全神贯注啊，通过冥想式的练习，清空杂念，专注于当下的语言。融入语言意味着要像对待爱人一样，全身心的拥抱自己的语言，在节奏和韵律中啊，达到身心合一的境界。这种状态呢，和性爱中的高潮相似，都要人们暂时忘却自我，沉浸在当下的感受之中。虽然说重复的动作可以帮助我们进入一种近乎催眠的一种状态，但是我们一定要全身心的投入。正是因为在做爱做的事情中可以摆脱思绪的困扰， 获得片刻的解脱和释放压力。要达到这种境界呢，肯定是需要练习和勇气的，对吧？我们要克服对于别人眼光的恐惧，克服对于自我的一种怀疑。其实每个人内心都有一个沉睡的表达者，渴望在言语中绽放，这需要我们一次次的在融入语言的尝试中去寻找感觉。还有就是我们可以看到上台来被锤炼的小哥呢，他一开始有着沉迷于自我批判和他人的眼光的一种焦虑的状态中。沉迷于自我批判的状态下，人们往往过度关注自己在他人眼中的一种形象，总是担心自己不够好，害怕被批评。这种担忧导致他在表达时的小心翼翼，唯恐说错话或者是暴露自己的一个弱点。他拼命想给人留下一个很酷的印象，希望获得他人的一个认可，但是这种刻意的伪装实际上会削弱表达的力量，让人感到极其的不真实和不自然。因为观众能够感受到背后的思绪以及他的内心的不自信。而泰勒告诉我们要跳出思维的桎梏，全身心的投入当下的自由状态。相比之下，当一个人能够放下自我批评，专注于当下的时候，将身心完全投入到表达的时候，他的言语呢肯定会充满感染力，他能够带动这种氛围。因为这种状态下，表达不再是刻意的表演，而是发自内心的流露，表达者与当下的体验结合一体。因为语言不再是符号，而是情感的一个载体。这不仅仅适用于演讲，也适用于我们生活中的方方面面。无论是在工作中，还是在社交中，还是在去追求我们梦想的路上，我们往往最大的阻碍就是自己的思维被各种的焦虑担忧自我怀疑所困。我们没有办法尽情的挥洒自己的才华去展示自己但如果我们学会不再被这些思想给绑架，全身心的投入到我们当下的每一个瞬间，我们就能够发现真正阻碍我们发挥创造力和社交潜能的，就是我们自己的心态和自我的设限。所以说，如果我们想要从思想的这个束缚中解脱出来的话，我们就要去突破社会性的一些限制。其实社交领域的成功呢，很大程度上是取决于我们个人的沟通能力和表达方式，并不是我们想法本身的这种优劣。大多数人的思想习惯于按部就班，不敢去打破常规，处于一种低振动的能量。这种状态呢，压抑了我们与生俱来的创造力。我们每个人内心都有一个充满无限创意的梦想空间，但现实生活中呢，这种创造力往往被自我设限给阻碍了。制约我们发挥潜能的根本原因呢，就是我们的一个心态。有些同学呢，过于关注技巧的学习，希望通过掌握一些秘诀来提升自己的魅力和影响力。在很多时候呢，真正起作用的，并不是说你的这些技巧的优劣，而是个人表达和表达的一种方式。一个人的自信、热情、真诚、自由的流动，往往比他说什么更能够打动人心。但问题就是，大多数人在生活中不敢去这么去做。他们的思想受限于各种条条框框，处于一种低能量的状态下。这种状态就像是我们自己把自己锁在地上，我们渴望着飞翔，但却不敢挣脱枷锁，释放我们的创造力和社交潜能，就必须要打破这些思维枷锁。还有就是我们的吸引力和影响力的本质呢，就是关于一个自我的一个放飞，而不是说去控制一切。当一个人全身心的投入，将自己融入语言时，就能够产生一种特殊的能量场，来引起他人的注意力。而那些试图通过刻意控制和完美的台词来吸引别人注意力的时候呢，往往恰得其反，失去了说服力。当一个人过于关注技巧和细节的时候，其实他的注意力是被分散的，他不断的在审视和批判自己，生怕哪里表现得不够好。这种内在的焦虑和紧张呢，往往会通过我们的言行来去传递出去，其实让我们这些跟他接触的人呢，感觉十分不自在。有一个吸引力的人呢，能够在听众的身上呢，感受到一种特殊的电流和脉冲，往往能让人在潜意识里呢，感到你的一种能量场。所以说，更多的表达者的状态呢，并非是语言，而是你的本身所给人带来的能量。与那些拘泥于技巧和控制的人相比呢，如果说你达到泰勒所说的这种境界，就能够不费吹灰之力的碾压对手，你不需要通过伪装和算计，反而能够以最本真的方式去赢得尊重。这种状态呢，是一种完全的投入和释放，你就不会被我该说什么，我该怎么说这些思绪呢所困扰。所以说，不要去尝试控制每一个细节，而是让你的意识随着你的语言自由起伏。在这种状态下，我们的能量是充沛的，我们的语言是流畅的， 仿佛这些就是与生俱来的。同样的个道理呢，也适用于我们的约会和其他的一个社交场所。很多人啊，过于关注外表和条件，认为只有长相出众或者身材高大的人才能获得异性的好感。但实际上啊，一个人散发的能量和自信，往往比外表更具有吸引力。只要你不是太差，只要你去稍微的倒腾一下自己，注意自己的衣品，那当你全然接纳自己的时候啊，敢于展现真实的一面时，你的独特的魅力呢，自然就会彰显出来。所以我们要去练习融入语言，这本质上呢是一种释放天性、回归本真的一个过程。就像一个喝醉的舞者，反而能够爆发出这种惊人的战斗力一样。醉拳大家知道吧？好的，这就是本节课的一个内容。下节课我们将讲讲泰勒用自己的亲身经历啊，揭示了很多人在关系中常犯的一个错误，并提出了一个新的一个思路，就是说去建立正常的人际交往的一个边界，去追求平等互利的关系。这就是关于维护长期关系的一个内容。如果说你已经陷入了一段不平等的关系啊，但是你又不知道怎么做，你也可以通过社交光谱的公众号来找到我们，把你的情况跟我们讲一讲，我们会帮你一起梳理这段关系的脉络。每一段关系，无论是工作、友情还是爱情，它都存在着一个能量交换的一个过程。理想的关系呢，应该是双方都能从中获得滋养和成长。但现实生活中呢，很多关系会慢慢的变得不平衡，一方过度付出，另一方过度索取，最终导致关系的破裂，双方呢都十分的精疲力竭。
我们要构建平等互利的关系呢，就要从一开始去掌握正确的一个社交技巧。我们这里有一门专门聊天的课程，就是谈话掌握，针对于现代网聊的场景，用一部电影的时间告诉你怎么去开场，怎么去让话题无限的聊下去，怎么让女人主动向你吐露自己内心的需求，怎么去顺其自然的去进行邀约。结合我们课程答疑的社群呢，可以让你迅速拿到结果。想要的兄弟呢，可以去找社长咨询。
导致这种失衡的根本原因就是缺乏健康的边界。当一个人太过于迁就对方，放低自己的底线的时候，就会失去吸引力和主动权，对方会习惯性的挑战你的底线，试图控制你，最终失去对你的尊重。正如泰勒所说的希望你们不必犯和我一样的错误。这是一个前辈对后辈的一个忠告，也是一个智者对所有人的期许。我们下节课见，更多的精彩内容请关注公众号社交光谱。